Hey everyone, it's Jack, the Obsessed Movie Man, and I realize I have not done a second episode to Character Case, which is a shame because I really want to continue this series. A few months ago, we reviewed The Lost World, and I thought the character we should be talking about today is the standout character from the Lost World film, and that is Roland Tembo. Now, Roland Tembo is a movie-exclusive character. He was not in the Lost World book, he was not in the Jurassic Park book, he's just for this film. But he is said to be loosely based on Robert Muldoon from the original Jurassic Park book and film. You know, Robert Muldoon, the game warden, who says, "Shoot her!" and also says, "Clever girl." So, Roland Tembo has some characteristics from the book version of Robert Muldoon. He's played by Pete Postlethwaite, and I hope I'm saying that name correctly, who gives what I could describe as a powerhouse performance. Actually, I can go directly to a quote that Spielberg himself said. Spielberg called him, quote, the best actor in the world. He's not really a villain. I mean, he's lined up with InGen and Peter Ludlow's team, but he's not there really to help get Jurassic Park started. He's there to help with the roundup, but also he wants to go after a Tyrannosaur buck and claim it as his trophy, and we'll get more into that. So he's not really a villain. In fact, he helps out the Gatherer team, which consists of Sarah Harding, Nick Van Owen, and of course Jeff Goldblum, Ian Malcolm. He cared enough to not let anyone tell Malcolm's daughter about the hunter who got killed by copies, and that was a gruesome death. He also makes sure that Sarah Harding's okay with the wound that she has. But yeah, his character is that of Captain Ahab, or maybe even Quint from Jaws, although Quint is also inspired by Captain Ahab, but whatever. Interesting thing was, his name was based on a song called Roland the Headless Thompson Gunner, and ironically, Nick Van Owen, the guy played by Vince Vaughn, his name comes from the song as well. They're actually kind of enemies in both the song and in the film itself, where in the film, Nick Van Owen is an extreme environmentalist. Now, also what makes Roland so cool is just you see the gears turning in his head when he's preparing for a trap, an ambush, or when he's trying to get ready to kill the Buck Rex. His weapon is a custom Circe, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not a gun expert. A Circe double-barrel rifle, which was popularized by ivory hunters in the 1900s. And it was actually a weapon that was favored by a lot of African hunters and was said to have quick follow-up shots without having to reload, and that's Roland's weapon when he's going up against the Rex. This scene should have been in the film. I did mention in the review. There's a deleted scene that introduces him with his hunting partner Ajay. Ajay Sidhu is a character. He's in the film, but he doesn't get as much development as he did in the deleted scenes and or original scripts, because Lost World did go through a variety of different scripts. But the scene was basically going to have Ajay inform Roland about another expedition, and Roland is kind of just tired. He even does some dialogue saying it's a bigger crime to shoot a giraffe than your own parent, or something along those lines. But he also notices this waitress who's being sexually harassed by these men, and Roland beats the shit out of their leader, pardon the language, but it's great. It shows that he is a morally gray character, but he also has a sense of, I guess you could say, chivalry to him. And the scene ends with him saying, "What creature on earth could I possibly hunt now?" And that leads into him being on the expedition with InGen, where he's going to go after the Buck Rex. And that's a scene I think they really should have kept in the film. And there's another scene that I also brought up that was deleted, and it was when he finds out that they come across the infant Rex, he uses it as bait to lure the Rexes in so he can kill the Buck Rex. And you see in the film that the infant Rex's leg is broken, and a lot of people, myself included, originally thought that Ludlow broke the baby's leg in order to keep it from getting out, but that's actually not true at all. In a deleted scene, it's revealed that a drunken Peter Ludlow is actually the one who broke the infant's leg, and that's a shame because a lot of people just assume that Roland Tembo uncharacteristically and violently just snapped this infant Rex's leg. It shows he has some humanity, even though he's going after a Buck Rex. It's just insane. He even saves the Gatherer team from their Rex attack, even though they basically destroyed the Indian camp and released all their captured dinosaurs. He's the first one who offers Sarah Harding help when they're literally hanging off a cliff. This was all actually Nick Van Owen's fault in a way, because he is the extreme environmentalist. Him and Sarah Harding sabotaged the camp so that not only all the dinosaurs could get off, in the chaos they can't call for help. And there is the moment when Roland Tembo comes up against both the female Rex but also the Buck Rex, and he has his weapon ready, but only to discover that Nick Van Owen stole the bullets at one point in the film when Roland wasn't looking. So it's like, dick move, Vince Vaughn. Dick move. I haven't hated you this much since I saw the remake to Psycho. Yeah, I went there. A lot of people were wondering, well, okay, if he's such a great hunter, why did he not have any backup bullets with him? A lot of people note that Ajay probably was carrying Roland's backpack with cartridges, and you actually can't see in the film that Ajay is being pulled away by the other hunters, which is most likely why Roland had to resort to tranquilizing the Rex. And there wasn't there. I'll get into another part. Bleh. Sorry about that. I have so much to say about Roland, but he successfully tranquilizes the Buck Rex. So in a way, he wins. He doesn't get his trophy because since everything's gone, Peter Ludlow and the Indian are just gonna take the Buck Rex to San Diego and put it on display. But during the scene, when Peter Ludlow congratulates Roland for the hunt, we see that Roland learned that Ajay was killed by a velociraptor. That's also a scene that was deleted, or we don't know if it was filmed or not, but Ajay unfortunately dies because he went into the long grass. And there is a picture that shows him going into the long grass, but we don't know if it was ever filmed or not. But anyway, he is just so depressed and so just brought down that his best friend is dead. And even though Ludlow offers to work in the new Jurassic Park, Roland has probably one of the most powerful lines in the whole franchise of Jurassic Park, where he says he's spent enough time in the company of death and he leaves. He's not in the rest of the film. However, and this is what I was excited, there was a deleted scene where Ian Malcolm and Kelly are trapped. A raptor is about to attack them, and it pounces. And what's described in the script as the loudest gunshot in the world is fired. The raptor drops dead, and we would see Roland Tembo, who would famously say, "It's time to get the hell off this island." And that's just so badass. I think that I really would have wished that was in the film instead of the stupid gymnastics scene. There's also another deleted scene, I think it's from the same script, where a different death was going to be for Peter Ludlow, where he and Roland were actually going to track the Buck Rex, and Ludlow stupidly fires at the Rex, and the Rex captures Ludlow, and that's it. But it did show more technique to Roland's method of hunting, and that's pretty much all I have to say, because we don't really know more deleted scenes. If there were any more deleted scenes for Roland Tembo, there's a lot of there was comics expanding upon his backstory, like him fighting crocodiles or stuff like that. But he is such a great character, even if he wasn't from the original book. And I know the whole Muldoon connection, but I would love to say I'd love more of him, but I think he has a perfect movie exit with a perfect movie line. But I wanted to showcase, even if this isn't a long episode like the Jerome Valeska one was, I wanted to give a little shout-out, spotlight, and honor to Roland Tembo, played by Pete Costlewaite. I will get to work on another review as soon as possible, or hopefully another TV recap. In the meantime, thanks. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Character Case. Bye.